Welcome to Lesson 2, Cottage Cheese Fruit Dip. Today, we're going to help children get more dairy into their diets by teaching them how to make their own cottage cheese fruit dip using low-fat cottage cheese, honey, and orange juice. We'll serve the dip with assorted fresh fruit. Our education piece centers around cottage cheese and the nutrients it provides. Let's get started. First, let's check that we have all of our ingredients. Using the prep list provided, check that you have low-fat cottage cheese, honey, orange juice, and assorted fresh fruit for dipping. Next, check that you have all of your equipment. Ensure that you have a bucket of sanitizer water with a clean wiping cloth and food service gloves. You'll also need a cutting board, a chef knife, a 1/4 cup portion scoop, a tablespoon measure, a garbage bowl, a blender or food processor, prep bowls with lids, and a marker for labeling them. Let's start prepping. I've already cut up some fresh melon for dipping. Now I'm going to blend the cottage cheese until smooth. Now we're ready to measure our ingredients. You'll need 1 container of each ingredient per group plus 1 for the demo. First, I'm going to measure the orange juice and the honey using the tablespoon measure. Be sure to clean the tablespoon measure between each ingredient or use a clean one each time. Starting with the orange juice, I'll measure 1 tablespoon into each container, and then with the honey, 2 tablespoons each. Next, we're going to measure the cottage cheese and the fruit. You'll use the 1/4 cup portion scoop for this. Be sure to wash and sanitize the scoop in between each ingredient or use a clean one each time. Starting with the cottage cheese, we'll measure 2 scoops per container. Next, the fruit. We'll measure 6 scoops per container. Now we're ready to cover, label, and date the containers. Keep everything refrigerated or packed in a cooler with ice until it's time for the demo. Now let's ensure we have everything we need for our demo. This includes a cutting board, a chef knife, plastic cocktail cups, plastic forks, plastic spoons, mixing bowls, whisks, salad tongs, napkins, sanitizer wipes, food service gloves, the handout for the students, and crayons. Okay, let's head to our demo. Okay, we're here on site. Jessica's with me. We're gonna wipe down all the tables, set up all the lessons, and get ready for the kids. Who's ready to do some cooking today? Yay, good. My name is Chef Jen, and I come from Northern Illinois Food Bank. We're gonna make an awesome snack using cottage cheese. Who's had cottage cheese before? Yeah, good. And it looks a little bit different, right? It's got the little cheesy bumps in there. We're using it a little bit different today. We're gonna make a dip out of it. Has anybody ever had cottage cheese as a dip before? No? Some people yes, some people no? Okay, good. We're gonna talk about some rules and what our 3 rules are while we're doing our cooking lesson, okay? Okay, so the first rule is that everybody stays in their groups and in their seats unless I tell you otherwise. Can everybody stay seated? Yes. Yes? Okay, good. The next one is that you guys are gonna do what while I'm talking? You're gonna look at me and listen, right? So I see the backs of some heads, so I wanna see all eyeballs. All eyeballs up here, eyeballs here. So you guys are looking and listening. And the third rule, which is my favorite rule, is that we're gonna have some fun today. Does everybody like to have fun? Yes. Yes? Good. You guys think you could have some fun cooking? Yes. Yeah, I think cooking's fun because I'm a chef, and that's what chefs do, right? And so we're gonna go through and we're gonna do a lesson today called cottage cheese fruit dip. And so we're gonna make a really yummy dip that we're gonna take chunks of fruit and dip it in and eat it. Do you guys think that sounds good? Yeah, I think so too. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make it first, and then you guys are gonna make it together as a team. But what I need you to do is to watch me first make it, then you guys can make it. So we're not gonna touch anything yet until I tell you to, okay? Is everybody cool with that? So all eyes up here, all right? We're gonna talk about cottage cheese, which is made from dairy. What animal does dairy come from that you know? Say it loud, everybody. Cows, right? And cottage cheese has something in it called riboflavin. Has anybody ever heard that word before? Riboflavin. We're gonna sound it out. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna pronounce it. We're gonna clap it out. We're gonna do riboflavin. Okay, is that 4 syllables? So we're gonna do it together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Riboflavin. Good. It's also known as vitamin B2. Has anybody heard of vitamin B2 before? Yeah, and you know what vitamin B2 does, or riboflavin? It gives you energy. And so when you eat foods that have a lot of riboflavin and vitamin B2 in them, they give you lots of energy. Are you sometimes tired and then you eat your snack and then you feel like you have a little more energy? Yeah, so that's what that does for you. So we are gonna say, when you eat vitamin B, it will set your energy free, okay? So we're gonna say it together. When you eat vitamin B, it'll set your energy free. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. When you eat vitamin B, it will set your energy free. Okay, so vitamin B and energy, that's what we want to remember today. So I'm going to show you guys how to make this awesome dip, but you know what I need? I need a helper. Does anybody want to help me? How about you right there? Come on up. What's your name? Kimberly. Kimberly's gonna be my helper today, okay? So remember, you guys are just watching right now. You guys are not doing anything. Do I see everybody's eyeballs up here? Yeah, okay. You gotta watch me and Kimberly because we're gonna do this. I want you guys to check that you have everything you need. You have a piece of paper in front of you that has the recipe on it. The recipe is all of the ingredients plus the instructions on how to make this awesome dip, okay? So we're gonna use this to check that we have all of our ingredients. So, do we have cottage cheese? Yep. Do we have assorted fruits? Yep. Do we have orange juice? Yes. And do we have honey? Yes. So you have all of your ingredients. The other thing you need is you need some equipment. So does everybody have a bowl with a whisk? Does every team have a bowl with a whisk? Yep. And does every team have one of these, a pair of tongs? Yep. All right. And then each person has a clear cup with a fork and a spoon in it. Does everybody have a clear cup with a fork and a spoon? All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna take all the lids. You wanna help me take the lids off of these? So we're gonna take all the lids off. Here, I'm gonna take it off. That one's a little easier. Why don't you do that? I'll do this one. We're gonna take all the lids off of our ingredients. Not yet. Remember, you're just watching. And we're gonna take our lids and we're gonna set them off to the side, okay? So then we're gonna take 3 of our ingredients. We're gonna take the cottage cheese. Now this cottage cheese looks smooth. You're used to cottage cheese being bumpy, right? This cottage cheese is smooth because I put it in the blender so that it makes a really nice dip and it'll stick to your fruit, okay? So the cottage cheese, the orange juice, and the honey are all gonna go into the bowl, and then we're gonna whisk it together. So can you help me do this? You wanna pour that in the bowl for me? Pour all of it, dump it right in there. And if it starts to stick like this is a little bit, you can take your whisk and you can get in there and you can get it all out, just like that. So you might need to do this as a team. Somebody can hold it and somebody else can scrape. Okay, can you pour the honey and the orange juice in there? Yep. Look at that. Hold it up so they can see the honey. Look at that beautiful honey. Who likes honey? Me too. So we'll put their honey in there. Good. And then the orange juice. Just dump it right in. And then once those are all dumped in there, then we're going to whisk it together. So you guys, before you start, you guys can figure out, you can take turns. One person can dump the, not yet. One person can dump the cottage cheese, one person can dump the honey, one person can dump the orange juice, and then you guys can take turns whisking. Can you mix that together for me with the whisk? Nice. That is some good whisking action. That is awesome. Nice job. Thank you. Everybody give Kimberly a hand. She did such a good job. You can go sit back down. Thank you. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your spoon and your clear cup, not yet, remember you're just gonna watch first, and you're gonna take some of this dip and you're gonna put it in the bottom of your cup like this. 2, maybe 3 spoonfuls, okay? Just like that. So this is your own personal dip cup, okay? Don't dip your fruit in this bowl, dip your fruit in this bowl, okay? And then you can take your fruit and you can use the tongs or your fork and put the fruit in your cup like this. Put your pieces of fruit in there. There's 3 kinds of fruit in there. There's pineapple and 2 different kinds of melon. Everybody has a fork, so then you can take your fork and you can dip just like that and eat. One other thing, I want everybody to look up here one more time. On the other side of your paper, there's an activity, okay? So while you're eating your fruit and your fruit dip, you can follow the directions. The first one is to fill in the bubble. It says when you eat vitamin blank, it will set your energy free. What goes in that blank? Vitamin B, right? And then you have to complete the maze and get to the energy blast and then color in the energy blast, okay? Everybody can do that, follow the directions. So we're gonna make our snack first. We're only gonna eat out of our own cups, right? We're not gonna dip in the bowl. Gonna eat out of our own cups and then we're gonna do the activity. If you can do those directions, put 2 thumbs up. Awesome. Okay, who's ready to cook? All right, let's do it. I like this lesson because it's a little bit different way to get cottage cheese in kids. You either kind of love cottage cheese or you don't. Who liked cooking their snack today? All right, very good. Now remember, while you're sitting there eating your snack, turn your recipe over and let's fill in the bubbles together. Ready? When you eat vitamin B, so put in a B there, it will set your energy free. And so then take the bicycle and follow, make the maze. And then when you get out to the energy burst, give it a colored in. You can color it whatever color you want or make it a rainbow. When you guys are done, you're gonna take your garbage and put it where? In the garbage can, right? These black salad tongs, bowls, and whisks all go in the gray tub right here, okay? Everything else goes in the garbage except for the crayons and your papers. Papers you go home with you, okay? Everybody got that? Yep, the bowls and the whisks go up here. I think in general, I mean, I think especially kids who are in school, you know, they're drinking milk with their lunch, but that might be the only way they're getting dairy is through just drinking milk. And so if they have something like cheese or cottage cheese, just to get in dairy just a little different way, you know, and if we look at the USDA My Plate, you know, they want to get dairy in. Most kids like yogurt, so you can get it through yogurt, but this is just a little bit different way to do it.